Did you know that current Texas law actually shields teachers and librarians from being prosecuted for violating obscenity laws if they show your kids porn, as long as it's for an educational purpose? That's about to change. Groomers, you're being put on notice. Your time preying on Texas children is coming to an end. Parents, here's what you need to know. Welcome back to Come and Take It. Those of you who haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, Sara Gonzales Unfiltered. You can find the entire playlist of Come and Take It over there. And if you're watching us on Blaze TV, welcome. We appreciate you joining us. So I can't say this often, okay? I can actually say totally seriously, without my normal sarcasm, which those of you who watch all the time, you know that usually when I say something like, congratulations, Texas, it's just total sarcasm because I'm about to hit you with something really dumb that happened in the state. But this time, it's for real. Congratulations, Texas. It may have taken us almost the entire session to get a single GOP priority bill signed into law, but we're glass half full today.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
So we're really excited. A law protecting children from sexually explicit materials is heading to the governor's desk. Yay! This is, those of you who are unfamiliar with the bill, it is Senate Bill 412 from Texas State Senator Mays Middleton. And it eliminates really, you're not going to believe these exemptions that have existed in Texas law. These are really broad exemptions in Texas law that currently, as it stands, it shields school officials, it shields librarians, and some others in prosecution. It shields them from prosecution for distributing material deemed harmful to minors so long as it's for an educational purpose. Does that make sense to you? So current law, this is going to blow your mind. Current law actually dictates that you can show children children who are not your own. You can show children sexual content or have children perform obscene acts if you can justify that it's being shown to them or it's being done for an educational purpose.
That is disgusting.
Like, honestly, imagine a teacher or a librarian or a principal showing your child a graphic book about sex, about sexual acts, about sexual assault, about all of these things that teachers, any adult, any third-party adult who is not you, imagine one of those people just showing your child that and being like, oh, this was purely educational. I just felt like they needed to know how to perform these acts. It's just like, honestly, it was for them that I did this. Like, hard drive check on aisle 1. Okay. So the bill removes any sort of groomer's defense that they might have in the school system. This defense of, I was only trying to teach the child about sex. They have a name for adults who want to teach young children about sex. They're called pedophiles. So, I mean, if the shoe fits, and the craziest thing is that some prior legislature passed a law, thought it was a good idea to pass a law exempting adults from being charged under obscenity laws if, quote, the conduct was for a bona fide educational, medical, psychological, psychiatric, judicial, law enforcement, or legislative purpose. Now, I want you to think about that. What the hell educational, medical, psychological, or psychiatric reason would any adult have to put sexual content in front of a child or have a child engage in sexual content?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
What possible form of that could you think of that would be okay to even put that in the law in the first place? Psychological, medical, psychiatric, education. I mean, like, all of these are crazy to me. How is this even the law to begin with? But It was. And the Democrats were totally up in arms because, they are now the party of illegal gang members and violent criminals and thugs and also groomers. And so, you hear the typical like, oh, you're just book banning. We should be able to teach young innocent children about all sorts of vile things because that's just life. They need to learn about life. They need to learn about it sooner or later. And it's up to us. It's up to us to teach them. I mean, these people, you have to understand who you're dealing with here. Okay. These people really think that it's the government's job to teach children about sensitive sexual matters, to teach children about all sorts of personal, sensitive topics. And if you don't believe me, if you don't believe just how badly, just how much the Democrats think that they should be the ones to save your children. They should be the ones to raise the children. They should be the ones to instill morals and values and boundaries. They should be the ones. They are, of course, the moral authority here. Listen to Democrat Aaron Zwiener basically say the quiet part out loud.
Many of the books that get targeted again and again are books that depict sexual assault. And there is nothing I want more than for our young people to be exposed to what sex can look like so they
Ms.
can
Weiner,
avoid it. Our kids need books where they learn about sex without experiencing it in their real lives.
There is nothing I want more than for our young people to be exposed to what sexual assault can look like. Our kids need books where they can learn about sexual without experiencing it in their real lives. Like I cannot even express to you how sick to my stomach these statements make me.
Pretty grossed out.
Like, first of all, notice the eyes, okay? There's nothing I want more than for our young people to be exposed to what sex can look like. Well, sweetheart, it's not your business. That's cute that you want to talk about what you want for my children, not our children. This is not collective here, okay? This is not communism. You don't own my children. My children are my children to parent how I see fit. And I don't really care what you want for young people to be exposed to. It's not your place.
What are the important things out there in Texas politics and Texas news that matter to you, and what can you do about it? That's what we want to bring you with the Luke Messia Show on a weekly basis for 20 to 30 minutes. That way you can get the information and go do something for the rest of your week. I look forward to coming to you every Wednesday.
It is not the government's job to teach children about anything related to sex. However noble you may think you are being, that is the job of a parent, period. It is not the school's job to teach children about sex proprieties. It is the job of a parent, period. You do not get to disrupt the innocence of my child to satisfy some hero complex that you have because of some trauma that you may have suffered earlier in your life. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. It's just the truth. I'm so sick of hearing this, our children. I just want to help our children. Were you around for conception of my children? Did you birth my children? Did you nurse my children? Did you change my children's dirty diapers? Were you involved in what church we chose for? No. Because do you know why, Aaron Zwiener? Because they're not our children. They're not your children. They are my children. Now, second of all, children don't need books where they can read about something terrible without experiencing it in their real lives. They just have to read about it without experiencing it in their real lives. And what? That's going to magically keep it from happening to them? That's going to help it not happen? I don't even understand the thought process. Does anyone actually think, gosh, if only these children read about rape, they could stop it from happening, and wouldn't that be great? Maybe if they knew that it was a thing that could happen to them, it just magically wouldn't happen. I can tell you, we're getting vulnerable here, okay? I can tell you personally, from firsthand experience, teachers providing me dirty books and ruining my innocence would not have stopped the sexual assault that I experienced when I was a child. It's disgusting to even act as if that's doing a child a favor by exposing them to something that they're not ready for and, from her words, haven't yet experienced. It would have not made me feel better because I had already had my innocence ruined. Aaron, you guys tell me in the comments. Do you agree or do I have it wrong? Am I missing something? Let me know. Because I take total offense. I resent anyone saying, well, maybe if they read a book about it, they'll know it's wrong. Then they'll know how wrong it is. If they read a book about it, they already know that it's wrong. Children already inherently know that it's wrong. So you want to ruin everyone's childhood? You want to ruin all the children's childhood? You want to ruin all their innocence to make you feel better about preparing children to be assaulted? That's like actually insane to me. That is insane to me that anyone would think that it is a third party's place to teach children about this sensitive topic. I mean, the people like her, they truly think that government owns your child. The government owns your child. Your child is simply a product of the state. And you are just getting in the way of them teaching your children what they deem your children need to know and find important. As far as boundaries and bodily autonomy and all other things related to children knowing right from wrong, it is my God-given right as a parent to raise my children without interference from the government or government schools or any other adult poisoning their minds and ruining their innocence. And God bless all of the Texas legislators who voted to do the right thing last week. And on behalf of my organization, those of you who have followed my work, you know that I'm the vice president of Texas Family Project. And this is our lane, right? This is what we're working so hard to do, is just protect children's innocence and protect them, especially from being indoctrinated, from being exposed to sexual depravity. Here in the state of Texas, we've been working so hard for that. So on behalf of my organization, to every legislator who voted for this, thank you. Those of you who want to know more about the organization, you can check us out at texasfamilyproject.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you for protecting children. Now, I want to leave you with this. My representative, I always love to brag about him because he really is one of the best. This is his first session, and he's just been killing it. My representative, Mitch Little, gave a really, really incredible speech in support of this bill. Now, you can go find the full speech on his X account, but I want to play something that he said that was so simple and succinct, yet it just says so much about people who are scared that this bill might target them.
Representative Zwiener expressed concerns that this is going to put teachers or librarians in fear. And ladies and gentlemen, I would submit to you humbly, teachers and librarians that intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly expose children to harmful content should be in fear in the state of Texas.
No one should disagree with that. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this bill heading to the governor's desk for signature. And if all goes to plan, it will be in effect in September, on September 1st. And, we hope that many more GOP priority bills start getting passed. Better late than never, I would say. I'm always going to encourage you guys to do the right thing. But for now, I am celebrating this win in protecting Texas children. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Come and Take It.